just for human and we're back to a new Crest Team Racing Nitro Field stream. And yeah, how's everybody doing today? Hopefully everybody is doing very well. Gonna be heading and getting the rest of the stuff we need for 101%, 100%, something like that. And yeah, going to the gem cups. Again, we gotta do the gem cups and get the last relic before we can fight Oxide again. Look at the map, though. That was definitely very odd, I would say. But yeah, I'm doing very good. Hopefully all of y'all are as well. I don't know why the door is closed again. I'm unsure why, but it's fine. And it doesn't matter what order we do the gem cups in. It does not matter what order we do them in. As long as we do them, it's all good. Does not matter at all which one we do first. And that's a good thing, too. Yeah, we'll start with the purple gem. On racing with the other bosses. Of course, I had to hit the wall there. But again, hopefully everybody is doing well today. And doing good in this week. This week's Pizza Thursday edition on Ratchet and Clank, we will be completing the first Ratchet and Clank game on the Pizza Thursday series on this week's edition, which is it's crazy to think already about completed the first game. Absolutely crazy, I would say. Can I just say? And if my best friend is watching as well, and her mom as well, I hope y'all are doing very well today. And staying safe as well. Again, if they're in the chat. Which, I'm not sure if she says that if her mom watches. I know C does, but I'm not sure if her mom watches as well. I'm not too sure. I'm unsure. Yeah, I still can't believe when it came to that, the, Minecraft stream that we did from Friday. If y'all know, if y'all did catch that one. Like, I just can't believe we managed to die, though. Which, on the hardcore, right? Which I always seem to never get past day 10 most of the time. Like, 10 days in the actual world. In-game days. Like, I always seem to not be able to get past 10 days in the hardcore world that I make. I don't know why. It's either past 10 days, or probably not even close to 20. Most of the time. I don't know why. I don't know why. I guess it's just like that sometimes. Yeah, I get squished. Again, I can never do this U-turn great. Yeah, I had a feeling I was going to get squished there. Yeah, I kind of had a feeling. And there's sometimes where I can do very good when it comes to keeping the U-turning. Well, not the U-turning exactly, but I'm at the blue fire. Like, most of the time, I'm very good when it comes to the blue fire. Being able to hold it on a lot of these different tracks. It just depends, though. It's just absolutely, or it's not extremely terrible, right? It's definitely not extremely terrible, I'll definitely say, to keep blue fire. Yeah, not terrible at all. Even when I'm doing it on my Switch, it's not really that bad. I can be able to keep the blue fire pretty well on my Switch as well. My Nintendo Switch version of Nitro. We're able to overlap them. we're able to overlap these guys. How about that? Yeah, if a girl would be able to do that whole part of the dance with the boombox for me, like Candace did. And there are some other people that managed to, other girls that managed to do it quite well too. I can definitely say, like, this girl too that did pretty well when it came to the dance. And I feel like there was another one. I feel like. Yeah, this girl right here. Again, if they could just kind of do those part of the dances for me, I would really like. I would really appreciate. Since I have been told that they would do it if she's watching. So I'm sure she is though, because she's a real good. She's really good when it comes to on here when she's not busy, which I totally agree. I can totally understand when she is though. I can totally understand when she is not busy. And that's for anybody too. I can understand when people are busy or not. Like, if they can't make it into the chat, or to the streams, that's totally okay. Right? That doesn't hurt me at all. Totally understand. Totally understandable. I definitely know that Abby would not have been able to do it for me. That's for sure. Just from what I've told y'all of how she was like. She most definitely would not have done it for me when me and her were dating. That is for sure. Again, I want to be able to have a girl that would not end up being like her, right? Like, wouldn't want it to be like Abby. I definitely don't want to end up with a repeat. Which is, it's definitely going to be difficult to see a girl though in person, since, you know, depending where she is, place that's country she lives in. I'm all the way in Alabama. And I'll always be an Alabama guy. Definitely. I was born and raised, and I'll definitely always love this state. Even if there are people that would right, not really like the state that lived in, that I'd known that or heard that were in Alabama, and then they ended up leaving and just saying of how not good it is. I'll always love this state, or my home state. I'll always love my home state, and I'll never leave it either. And of course, Sia's not able to get the WhatsApp either, which, yeah, I am very disappointed, because that's with all girls, though. But, you know, it's just me, though. Just the dream that I have somebody I can talk to every day, without it being in a live stream, in a stream on the chat like this, not just on here, you know. And that's just me, though. I knew I was going to hit that baker. I had a feeling I was going to hit it. Yeah, I would like, when it comes to doing that dance, I would say, I know she said, my best friend said that she would definitely do it. And I'd like to see if her mom could be able to do it too. See if they can both do it. It'd be really cool to see. But if it's just her that's able to do it, it's all good. If her mom can't be able to do it. But it'd be very interesting to see if they can both do it. I can definitely just say. Because why not? It would just be really fun to just see how good they can do it, as good as they can. Because hey, it would definitely be really good in my eyes, no matter how hard they would try. And of course, trying to dress something somewhat like Candace, with a white like shirt like Candace, and some blue jeans, some jeans. And like a chair or something, kind of like on that whole scene in particular, that they can use. Yeah, it's definitely my all-time favorite song on Phineas and Ferb. And I would definitely love to have someone that I love and care so deeply about do it for me. or try to do try to see if they can do the dance for me. Right, if they can try to do it, certain parts of it. Just be really fun to see if they could try. Ow. But again, I really am not sure if how I would be able to see them two in person, since, you know, I would not even know where they are in this world, and just the distance with us. And of course I wouldn't be able to be on a plane. If I had to go on a plane, I wouldn't be able to do that because I'm afraid of heights. So that's a no for me. A plane would definitely be a no for me. Traveling on a plane. I'm not a very big traveler anyway. I'm not an absolute huge traveler. So that's all I can just say. Definitely want it to be, want her to be way better than Abby was. That's for sure. And I know she would, not Abby, but I know that my best friend would definitely be able to do it. Again, would like to try to see if her mom can be able to try to do it as well. Just a little fun thing, though, right? Just a little fun thing. I've always wanted someone that cares so deeply for me, a girl that would care so deeply for me, and stuff like that. Them to try to do some parts from one of my absolute favorite songs in cartoon history. Not just Phineas and Ferb, but cartoon history. It's definitely up there of my favorites in cartoon history. That is for sure. Ow. Again, if they had like the WhatsApp or any other kind of app we would be able to talk to, besides not just on here, like on the chat of the streams, and then they could be able to send it to me on there, a video of them doing it on there. That's another gem collected. The Baynox Mega Mix. Baynox wheels, paint job, and sticker. There you go. Do a Baynox combo. And we'll do the blue gem cup as well. Yeah, do the blue gem cup as well. Of course I would have thrown it backwards. Of course I would have thrown it backwards when I meant to throw it forward. I'm surprised my bubble didn't get popped by that fire. I do remember when I used to sleep with stuffed animals in my bed. Used to. I used to have a bunk bed. Again, I did it backwards instead of forward. I did it backwards. But like I said, I used to sleep in a bunk bed, and I always was on the top. Yeah, I always slept on the top. And my brother would have slept on the bottom. Unless if we were at my uncle's house that me and my brother and our cousins used to go and do sleepovers at. We would have, well, the girls would have slept on the bottom, and the boys would have slept on the top. Because he had a bunk bed. A pretty good-sized bunk bed. And there was quite a lot of us, too. I would definitely say. and it would just depends though. This just depends though. But like if it was just boys or one night, I can't really remember exactly. I was pretty young, not like a little baby, but I was like probably. I would like to say probably 8 or something like that. I'm not too sure. I was pretty young still. Like, young. I was. Can't really say for sure what age I was exactly. But I was pretty young. But, yeah. One night, we would do gorilla stories when it comes to, for the boys. And then do princess stories when it came to the girls. And of course, the girls would not like the gorilla stories, and the boys would not like the princess stories. Or would not want to hear the princess or gorilla stories. It just depended. And sadly, a whole lot of those cousins and different people, kids that were there with us back then, we don't hardly see anymore a whole lot as we used to. Especially before 2020 when COVID literally destroyed that completely. Like, yeah, that definitely destroyed it. When COVID hit, we have not been able to see so many people, even to this day, just because of how far away they are, too. Like, very far away. Or we just don't see as often as we would used to. Maybe every now and then. Like when it comes to Christmas or something. But not, I wouldn't say anything like, really besides just that, though. And of course, before we went to go and spend the night, have the sleepover, we would have went to McDonald's, which you know I was definitely all in for sure. How much I love McDonald's. I was definitely all in for it. I was definitely all in for. Yeah, those were very cool, I would say, though. And of course, we would all get under, I'm not sure what it was, but we would all get under this sitting area. There was like a giant picnic table, it looked like, that you would see at a park, but we would eat cereal for breakfast outside under it before our parents came to pick us up. I don't hardly remember a whole lot, of course, just because of how long ago it was. How long ago it was. I don't really remember an exact whole amount of it, but I do remember a bit of my old homeschool meetings, though, that me and my brother and my mom would have went to building where us and a lot of other homeschoolers, all these other homeschool kids and their parents came, and we just hang out and ate and did all these different things. And that was also where I also, of course, well, this is not a good thing, but that is also when I first got hurt by a girl. Like, a piece of my soul broke when it came to that. When my first ever crush ended up leaving and moving away, and still to this day never have seen her again, and never expressed how I was back then, just because, you know, a ridiculous thing of having to move, which I really don't like. There's part of me that really just does not like when people do that. Especially when you love someone and they end up moving away, like, yeah. I just really do not like that. I really, really don't. Yeah. Quite sad, I would definitely say.
I'm gonna win this!
Definitely was very sad, especially for me. Like I said, it feels like a part of my inside, like, completely either disintegrated or just broke in half, like shattered. It's really how it's always been for me, though. It's always been like that for me. I know I've mentioned that a lot before, but it really has. Alright, again, I've mentioned this before too. It's just how I am with the female type. I guess I'm just not a ladies' man. Or I'm not good with girls, I would say. Because I either scare them off or I'm talking to them, but they're just very far away that can't see them in person. Or, you know, like with Abby. And a whole lot of other things I can just mention. Alright, I can just be able to mention a whole lot of other stuff that I've gone through. Who knows? I mean, it could be like with the first girl that I got hurt by, that I may have seen them or talked to them, but never be able to see them again. Or some that I've talked to, but never got to see in person before they left me, or stopped talking to me. You never know. I mean, I can just say, Abby used to do like my best friend. Again, if Sia's listening, still watching, but she used to comment on my videos as well, and that's how we used to talk. You know, before we started going out, when we started meeting each other for the first time. Like, yeah, she actually commented like you are doing right now, or that you're doing, and that's how we talked for a while until we got each other's numbers and be able to properly talk with each other without other people seeing our conversations. It was the same year, too, that when we first got together, all the way to when we got dumped, which, again, went from Valentine's Day of 2021 all the way to the end of March of 2021. So, yeah. Did not last long one bit. Not last long one bit. Didn't get to celebrate an anniversary or anything like that. And again, y'all pretty much already know a lot of the stuff that I went through when it came to with her. That she did, so I don't have to repeat myself. I managed to hit that seal, and then I managed to hit that baker. Yeah, I hit that seal, and then I hit that baker. And that's just, that would just be me though. Of course, I lost blue fire. And again, I mentioned this before. There are times where, yeah, I can be able to hold the blue fire pretty good, but there are times where, yeah, I just cannot seem to hold it. I guess it just depends, though. Yeah, it definitely depends on the track, too. You gotta think about that. You gotta think about the track, too. I'm not sure what I'm gonna have for dinner yet tonight. Last night, or not last night, the night before, we had hot dogs. You know what I like when it comes to hot dogs? I like the cheese, like hot dogs that has the cheese inside hot dogs, and I also like grilled, actual grilled hot dogs. Like those are my two types of favorite hot dogs, I would definitely say. And yeah, it was close to, I think it was on either the first, yeah, I think it was the first, whatever day the first Wednesday was of this month, of April, whatever day the first was, that night we had some real good grilled hot dogs. They were really good. And of course some hamburgers too. Because I had 2 hamburgers and one of the hot dogs, those grilled hot dogs. Yeah, absolutely amazing it was. But yeah, when it comes to hot dogs, if I had to say my 2 favorite types of hot dogs, it would definitely be ones with cheese inside and grilled hot dogs cooked on the grill. Those would definitely be my 2 favorite. My 2 favorite types of hot dogs. If I had to choose 2 of my favorite types of hot dogs, those would definitely be 2 of my favorite. Definitely.
Yes.
I would like to think this though, but with M Trophy, I would like to wonder how him and Dr. Nefarious on Ratchet and Clank would actually work together if they were to team up. If they were to have a team up, imagine Dr. N Trophy and Dr. Nefarious. I mean, both of these characters, N-Trophy and Dr. Nefarious, both have Nefarious in their name. N-Trophy is Dr. Nefarious Trophy. And, of course, on Ratchet and Clank, it's Dr. Nefarious. So, yeah, 2 characters that have Nefarious in the name. In their name. But just imagine them both having, or teaming up with each other. Like, that would be a very interesting team up, I would say. very, very interesting team up it would most certainly be. And I get an Oka Oka here too. Now you're on my time. Yeah, it's only 2:21 p.m. right now, so dude got a bit, quite a bit, to figure out what we're gonna have. We don't really decide what we're gonna have for supper until like it's 5 something p.m. Not sure if I will be able to do Ratchet and Clank all for one, just because of how it's a 4-player game. I don't think there's a way to do just one player. I may just watch the cutscenes, to be honest. Just watch the cutscenes. It's because I don't really have a whole lot of people that be able to do all for one. The Ratchet and Clank all for one. So, yeah, I may just have to watch the cutscenes on there. I'll have to just say though. Not sure when, but I definitely am still wanting to get in the Search for SquarePants SpongeBob movie on DVD and Blu-ray, because I know it is out on Blu-ray and DVD. It's been out since, I'm pretty sure, by the end of March, it's been out on DVD and Blu-ray. So yeah, it's been out for at least about a month on DVD and Blu-ray. I don't know how they get squished there, but I'll definitely take it. yeah, normally jumping that fence would be very annoying to do, but we actually managed to do that quite well. We actually managed to jump over that fence very well. Sometimes that fence could definitely be very annoying, especially when it comes to doing the developer time trial. Oh man, when it comes to doing the developer time trial, that is so annoying to do. Yeah, doing the developer time trial on there, absolutely a pain, because, yeah, obviously the developer will always take that fence shortcut as well. Yeah, that fence shortcut is definitely a pain. I think it was last Tuesday, we had spaghetti, and yeah, spaghetti and meatballs, and yeah, sometimes we would normally have some that is left over to have for lunch the next day.
Now you're on my time.
There you go, that's all the gems collected. All gems have been collected. Now we can do the last relic. Yeah, I actually like that. We'll stick with that. Turbo Track. Hang on just a second. Yeah, here we go. And hang on just a sec. There you go. Just had to do something. But I can just say, Turbo Track, when it came to the developer time trial, this track literally had me breaking down in actual tears because of how hard the developer was to beat back in 2020 when I was beating the developer time trials. Yeah, especially just because of the whole U-turning. And I am not very good at U-turning. This track, especially that section we just did, is all about U-turning. And yeah, I am no good at the U-turning. But yeah, I was literally breaking down in tears. In defeat, I was. And I had to take a break just because of how defeated I felt. Yeah, I felt so defeated. Like, I was just crying because of how hard it was. But I managed to do it at the end, though. And do I think it was worth going through all the pain of the developer time trials? Absolutely not. I mean, just for whales? No. I mean, it's just whales. Right? It's just whales. Nothing, anything else. Yeah, it's just whales. Not anything special. Not anything out of the ordinary. Well, if the whales are cool looking, but it's nothing like a new character or something. Now, if it was something like that, then yeah, then maybe I would change my mind. But no. Just for whales, it's definitely not worth it. It's definitely not worth it. I'll just say.
So you're back and you've gathered all my time relics. I'm impressed. Well, it's about time I taught you a real lesson in speed. This race is for keeps.
Alright, Oxide.
Hooray!
Embryo. Let's go, Oxide. I love that the other two missiles did not even hit him, but that last one did. Haha, he got hit. He got hit with the TNT I left out for him. And he got hit with my Baker. He got hit by the Baker too. I could tell just from on the little map that it shows down below. Just shows where he is. He actually hit the Baker and fell off the edge. Off of the map. I mean, the good thing is he doesn't use blue fire. None of the bosses use blue fire. So that's really good. That's really, really good. None of them use blue fire.
Faster!
Imagine if he hits that baker too. That would be pretty funny. Try to hit that nitro oxide. Yep, he hit the baker. But he still managed to make it. He still managed to make it and not fall off the track again. I'm quite impressed. But how about the nitro crate? Yep, I think he hit the nitro crate. Sorry, Oxide. There we go.
You beat me once again. Now I have to go back to the planet Gasmoxia, a complete loser. I must be getting slow in my old age. That's it.
Yeah, that'll conclude this stream. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hit the like button, subscribe to my channel. Make sure you have notifications turned on so you see anything new. Yeah, we'll catch you on the next one.